Hi everyone, it's Maki again from Harmony Community Wellness Center, and in this video I wanted to specifically go over the information about essential oils. So if you're new to essential oils, I just wanted to let you know that first, if you have very sensitive skin, be very careful. You may need to do a test on just a spot on your skin and test how your skin reacts to it. Or you may need to use a carrier oil. Usually people use coconut oil or olive oil, something like that, to dilute it. And another really important thing to know is that if you ever get any in your eyes or mouth or any area that's sensitive, do not use water to wash it out. The water will actually make it feel stronger. So what you want to use is another oil. You want to use coconut oil or olive oil. You can use jojoba oil, you can use sesame oil, any type of carrier oil, almond oil, any type of oil that you have. Even a lotion if you don't have anything else handy. So those are the main things. Always be careful. We don't recommend internal oils unless you are specifically advised by a healthcare practitioner. There are some uses of internal ingestion of essential oils, but I would strongly recommend only do that along with a healthcare practitioner, okay? The essential oils can be very caustic to the tract there, so I know that a lot of people are interested in oregano oil right now. That is very caustic. Cinnamon, oregano, those are very caustic oils. You need to be careful. You can develop a reaction to them easily. So if you do use, for example, the oregano oil, put it in olive oil and in a capsule and swallow it. Only do this short term, don't use it long term. It will destroy all of your beneficial bacteria as well. So you are basically just bombing your digestive tract. Sometimes there is a use for that. There is a time and a use for that. However, just use caution. Make sure that you build up your flora and fauna, your intestinal tract microbiome. You definitely want to have it balanced afterwards. So that's why I always recommend to work with a practitioner carefully through that process. So I know that there is a lot of things out there right now online about using oregano to kill the virus and things like that. But I wanted to talk about these specific ones today because these are amazing essential oils that are very safe and effective. Okay, and these are the different ways that I recommend. The first three here, the deep palm inhalation and the steam inhalation and the nebulizing, are the top 3 ways to kill viruses immediately in the respiratory tract. Okay, so we are including VirAway. It's an essential oil blend called VirAway, like virus away. It's an antiviral and it is very effective and very strong. And that is the main one that we are recommending. However, we do have other ones as well. So the Microbe-X is really excellent to use to put into making your own hand sanitizer, making wipes, and also a spray. So you want to take at least 70% alcohol, putting it in a spray bottle, and then adding the Microbe-X to it. And then you can use this to spray down door handles and packages and wrappings of things that you want to kill any viruses or bacteria that may be on them. So that's an excellent method. That's what we're using personally at home. If you want to use a hand sanitizer, you can add aloe vera or vitamin E to kind of help. I know that everyone's been washing their hands so much lately and perhaps causing a lot of dryness. So adding aloe vera or vitamin E can be very helpful for that. So I wanted to talk specifically about the deep palm inhalation. I wanted to let you know this is the most simplest way, and a lot of times people forget. People often think that they have to put the oils on their bodies, and yes, that's good as well. But definitely don't forget that you can just put 1 drop into your palm. I recommend here instead of here, because here people rub their eyes and their face. So definitely put 1, usually 1 drop is enough though, to be honest. 1 drop in the palm, rub together, and then like this. You want to do a deep enough inhalation. I kind of did that a little bit fast just for the video, but take your time with it, as slow as you need. That's usually more how I do it at home. I did it a little bit fast for the video. But make sure that you don't get any in your eyes. And I would advise doing that as often as you need, as often as you want throughout the day. It's a great way. Also, with the face masks that everyone's been wearing, you can actually put a drop on the inside of your face mask to make sure it's extra protection for you. I actually do that even before this whole pandemic started. I often, when I travel on an airplane, I have a little scarf. I don't know what it's called. It's almost like an infinity scarf, but it's much smaller and it just sits around my neck. And it really keeps my neck warm because on traveling on airplanes, it's very cold. But I can also put it up, covering my nose and mouth, and I'll put an essential oil like VirAway on it, depending on what I need for the time. And so that's usually how I boost my immune system and keep me safe while I travel. But for these times in the mask, it's great. You can put a drop in the mask. There are some recommendations of, if you have to go out, of even putting on cotton balls, putting the VirAway on there and putting them into your nostrils and then putting the mask on. It might be a little too strong for you. It depends. Try it out, maybe diluting it perhaps. But the point of that is to keep kind of like a protective barrier here where no viruses can go into your nose. So if you really want to protect yourself as much, that's an option to do that. The steam inhalation is wonderful. I really hope that you pass this information along and spread it so as many people can know about this as possible. Because this is something that we can all do to help protect ourselves. So the steam inhalation is to take a bowl of just boiled water, really hot water. Please be careful, don't burn yourselves. And take that water and you want to drop essential oils into it. If it's a large basin, you'll use more essential oil. If it's a smaller one, maybe 3 to 5 drops, and depending on how strong you want it. And then have a large bath towel over your head, covering your head and the bowl as well. And I want you to put your head over the bowl and then cover your head with the towel, and then close your eyes. Make sure you close your eyes because it can be very strong. So close your eyes and do deep inhalation of this steam. And this gets immediately all the way through to your respiratory tract and will kill viruses immediately on contact there. So a very important way to protect yourself. So you can do this 2 to 3 times a day. If you're currently sick, then you'll definitely want to do it more. The nebulizer, to nebulize something, most people have a diffuser in their home. Usually it is water. You fill it with water and then you put your essential oils and it diffuses. That's great to use as well. The nebulizer is one step above that. It's actually, it doesn't use water. It breaks apart the molecules of the essential oil and atomizes it into the environment and purifying the air. So using VirAway in a nebulizer is really great for a sick room, for someone who's actively sick right now. And that can help heal them, but also protect the family members or people living in the home. So another method I want to talk about is called the foot arch treatment. So it is applying a drop of oil onto your foot arch. So it's not the entire, we pretend this is my foot. You can apply it to the whole foot if you want, but a lot of times people have thicker skin or calluses or things like that. So what you want to do is you want to find the arch of your foot. It's usually more tender area of your foot, and apply 1 drop here, and you want to rub it in and then hold that area for a count of 5 and do some deep breathing. I'm always talking about deep breathing. Do some deep abdominal breaths with this. Now, what you can do too is, if you don't want to get your hands messy, you can apply a drop on your arch, have your other foot come over it, rub it together, and hold together for about 5 breaths. Or you can apply, sit in the butterfly position and apply the drop, hold it with your hands for 5 deep breaths, and then you can do deep palm inhalation too at that time. So those are some helpful tips that I would recommend during this time. The VirAway is probably the #1 recommendation. After that would be the Microbe-X to use in your sprays and your hand sanitizers and your wipes and things like that. Also, we have an essential oil blend called Respiratory. You can put them on your lung points, on your chest. It's a great one. Actually, I sold one today for someone who has COPD. It's a great blend for any kind of respiratory issues. We also have a formula called Immune Stim. So this is for somebody who has a weaker immune system, tends to get sick, things like that. Immune Stim is great. But VirAway and Microbe-X are probably the top 2. So thank you for watching, and stay safe out there. I hope these helpful hints were good for you, and I will see you again soon.